Welcome to the unit on fashion product. Having understood the nuances of fashion business, the need, want and also the segments and how to target them, now is the time to offer them a product which would fulfill the need and want. That's what the business of marketing is. This unit focuses on fashion products and what consumers look for in the product. It examines product management from a marketing perspective. This unit comprises of 5 modules and a final assignment that invites you to apply what you have learnt. By the end of this unit, students will be able to define product and service, understand various types of fashion products and levels of products, describe fashion life cycle concepts, understand new product development process with reference to apparel product. The first module defines product, service and brand. An earnest marketer understands the importance of starting with the definition of the product. Hitherto, despite this fundamental proposition, many companies fail to define their products distinctly. Traditionally and comfortably, a product is more often than not defined merely in terms of their tangible attributes. For example, size, weight, color, physical appearance, material used, etc. In the era of oligopoly market scenario, this constricted definition would far be considered short-sighted and probably misrepresentative, because consumers are invariably favorably disposed to the advantages derived from or associated with the physical material. Thus, a marketer must endeavor to satisfy the consumer in flexible and wider context. If the conventional norm of considering a product with mere tangible properties were to be regarded true, then the diamond industry would completely defy that norm. Considering the industry where the product diamond is viewed beyond its tangible properties to a creation that symbolizes romance, luxury and commitment. Primarily, a product contains both explicit and implicit characteristics, thus yielding explicit and implicit benefits or performances. The product's explicit characteristics are visible since they are representative of physical elements, consequently providing conventional albeit imperfect definition of product. We can substantiate this explanation still further. For instance, Sony knowingly underlines the brand's implicit aspects by proclaiming it's a Sony. After all, Fab India, a renowned Indian textile, apparel, accessories and home products brand, connects craftsmanship from rural India to modern urban markets, echoing the Indian soil and soul. We are now ready for a definition that is useful to marketers. As defined, a product is a set of tangible and intangible attributes which may include packaging, color, price, quality, sizes, features, design and brand, plus the seller's services and reputation. Now, if I were to elaborate on this, a customer who is buying a product, particularly a fashion product, would invariably look for the design in the product. If there is no design, for him there is no product. The next, sizes. For me, what a retailer or a seller has doesn't matter as long as it fits me. Suppose I am 44 size and I need a shirt 44, and if the seller don't has that 42 size, for me there is no product with the seller. Likewise, packaging. The package reflects the value of the product. If I am paying higher price, proportionately the packaging should be of higher priced. No buyer would ever accept any product without a packaging or with cheap packaging. Suppose a buyer goes to a kirana shop and asks for a Lux soap or toothpaste, Colgate toothpaste. If the seller asks the buyer to keep his hand like this, and if he squeezes the toothpaste into his hands and asks him to take this toothpaste, will he take? Or if the seller removes the packaging on Lux soap and if he gives the buyer the Lux cake, will he accept? No. This is because packaging is part of the product. Sometimes the packaging costs more than the product, depending on the value of the product and what the customer expects. Hence, no customer ever takes any product if there is no packaging. The packaging is part of the product. Hence, no buyer would ever sell an expensive product with a cheap packaging. Hence, a customer who is buying a product would look into the design, the packaging, the quality, the sizes, brand, quality, services and also warranty and guarantee. Without that, for him there is no product. A product may be a good, service, place, person or an idea. For a customer, it need not be only one physical aspect. Even services like bank, telecom, railways, airlines, they are all branded like Kingfisher Airlines or Indian Railways, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank. These are all products which offer to the customers. Then the place. A place is also a product. Kerala markets the state as God's own country. Likewise, Switzerland, Tirupati, all places sell to the tourists so that they visit these places. Even the persons or products. If you had seen the recent elections, all politicians try to market themselves as products. Or an idea, big money. Microsoft came with an idea, why should a customer should work only with one window? Why not they work on multiple windows when they are doing the parallel processing? Small idea, which changed the entire IT industry and made Microsoft as one of the richest company in the world. So big idea, big money. So even ideas are products. Now let's move to another definition which states product as anything that can be offered to a market for attention, acquisition, use or consumption that might satisfy a want or a need. So a product need not be bought. Many times a product which can be on display is also a product, but essentially a product has to meet a need and a want. Products include more than just tangible objects such as cars, computers or cell phones, and also it includes services, events, persons, places, organizations, ideas or mix of these. Thus, an Apple iPhone is a product, but so is a trip to Appmr in Delhi. The mystic of the Rolls-Royce was explained by the company's chief executive. Our competition is gadget, private aircraft, second and third homes. It is not competition with another automobile, but competition with people's money. This was transcended by the company's sales and marketing director. We are not selling transportation. You buy a Rolls-Royce because you don't need it. You buy it because it is exclusive, different and because of its longevity. Products and services fall into two broad categories based on the type of end user: consumer products and industrial products. Now let's understand what is a consumer product. Consumer products are intended for personal consumption by households. These are goods and services produced for the end user for personal, family or household use. For example, a fashion apparel, wristwatch, refrigerator, etc. are consumer products only if bought for personal, family or household use. Consumer products can be further distinguished as convenience, shopping, specialty and unsought goods. Now let's understand what is a convenient product. Convenience products are those purchased with a minimum of effort because the buyer has the knowledge of the product characteristics prior to shopping. The consumer does not want to search for additional information because he has the product familiarity. For most buyers, convenience goods include many food items, laundry detergents, soft drinks, soaps, chocolates, etc. Convenience products are usually placed in many locations in the store to make readily accessible for consumers during shopping. Now let's know what is shopping products are. Shopping products are relatively less frequently purchased consumer products and services that consumers compare carefully on suitability, quality, price and style. The consumers usually lack sufficient information about product alternatives and their characteristics, and therefore must acquire further knowledge in order to make a purchase decision. Examples include furniture, clothing, budget hotel, major appliances, etc. Now let's look at what is a specialty product is. Specialty product is a product for which consumer is likely to have a strong brand preference and is willing to significant time and effort to locating the desired brand. The products are expected to be more expensive than convenience products and not purchased frequently. The consumers are willing to relinquish accessible substitutes. Buyers normally do not compare specialty products. However, they spend substantial time and effort in planning the purchase, that is, deciding on the brand and arranging for the relevant sources to buy the product. Examples include specific brands of cars, designer clothes, expensive jewelry, and photographic equipment. Unsought products are those the consumer does not know about or does not normally think of buying. The buyer is unaware of the existence of the product or a product that the consumer is aware of but does not normally consider buying. Most major innovations remain unsought until the brand is advertised and promoted by the firm. Classic examples of known but unsought products and services are life insurance, funeral services, and fire extinguishers. Now let's come to the industrial product. The industrial products are also called as business goods, are those purchased for further processing or for use in conducting a business. Thus, the distinction between the industrial product and the consumer product is based on the purpose for which the product is bought. If a consumer buys a steam iron for use at home, the steam iron is a consumer product. If the same consumer buys the same steam iron for use in a garment manufacturing factory, the steam iron is an industrial product. The three groups of industrial products and services include materials and parts, capital items, and supplies and services. Now let's discuss one by one. Materials and parts include raw materials and manufactured materials and parts. Raw materials consist of goods found in their natural state, such as minerals, land, and products of forests and the seas. Capital items consists of component materials such as iron, yarn, cement, wires, and component parts and small motors, tires, and castings. Invariably, most manufactured materials and parts are sold directly to the industrial users. The final group of industrial products is supplies and services, which include operating supplies, machinery repair, and business advisory services like accounting, legal, etc. Such services are usually supplied under contract. One of the key aspects of product planning is branding. the way a firm researches, develops and implements its brands. Now let's understand what is a brand. A brand is a name, design or symbol or a combination of these that identifies the products of a seller or a group of sellers and distinguishes it from that of the competitors. The brand symbolizes the value proposition associated with the product to which consumers attach meanings, resulting in product differentiation. Thus, consumers view a brand as an important part of the product. A classic example of branding for bottled water is Bisleri, which is often cited by consumers. Even today, bottled water is branded. What is branded? Even dairy products and poultry products are branded. Amul Misti Dahi, Amul Milk, etc. The four types of brand designation are brand name, brand mark, trade character and trademark. We will review and learn more about these now. What is a brand name? Brand name is a word, letter, number, group of words or letters, that is numbers, that can be spoken. A brand mark is a symbol, design or distinctive coloring or lettering that cannot be spoken. Trade character is a brand mark, but that is personified. Example is a hand-drawn cartoon character of Amul girl for Amul butter. The trademark is a brand name, brand mark or trade character or a combination thereof that is given legal protection. When used, a registered trademark is followed by R. You can see it in the circle of many brands. This module looks at various types of fashion and apparel products. There are numerous types of clothing in today's dynamic market environment. The diversity in dressing or manifestation of changing lifestyles, habits and increase in disposable income, leading to boost in the purchasing power. Clothing is currently desired to be unique for all occasions, thus compelling retailers and marketers to redefine fashion product types, leading to separate departments for each category of clothing within a retail store. Further, subclassifications are made based on price range and a customer's lifestyle. For example, women clothes have many classifications, including dresses, evening clothes, suits, outerwear, sportswear and lingerie. Let us see one by one. Dresses range from the very tailored formal lines for wearing at a workplace to the very sophist with gathers and ruffles for fashionable occasions. Evening clothes vary from long and short cocktail dresses to opulent gowns. Suits and jackets and skirts sold together as units and range from the soft dressmaker suit to the strictly tailored. The outerwear includes coats, the capes, jackets with a primarily protective function. Sportswear is actually any combination of tops and bottoms that are priced separately, so the customer can apply in discretion in creating his own combination. Sportswear lines are organized as separates or as coordinated sportswear. Prices intended to be mixed and matched. Now let's discuss what's lingerie. It's very popular. Lingerie includes undergarments, bodywear, sleepwear and loungewear. With the increased awareness towards fashion orientation in today's market environment, there are as many categories available to men as women. Tailored clothing includes suits, overcoats, top coats, sports coats and separate trousers for businesses, leisure and evening wear. Furnishings are shirts, neckwear, sweaters, tops, underwear, socks, robes and pajamas. Sportswear constitutes knit and woven related separates that fill the demand for casual and leisure wear. Active sportswear comprises of all garments needed for sports or exercise, such as windbreakers, ski jackets, jogging suits and tennis shorts. Now we have another product, work clothes such as overalls, work shirts and pants required by workers have become an option for leisure wear. Now coming to the next module, this module examines product mix and levels of product. For many of us, product is one, but many don't even think that a product has a lot of variations. Product line is a broad group of products intended for essentially similar uses and having similar physical characteristics. A product line constitutes a group of products that are closely related because they function in a similar manner and they are sold to the same customer groups, are marketed through same types of outlets or fall within similar price ranges. For example, Puma produces athletic and casual footwear and sportswear. The major product line decisions involves product line length, that is the number of items in the product line. The length of the product line is vital in the decision making in terms of profitability. In offering a product line, firms usually develop a basic platform and modules that can be included to meet different customer requirements. The managers need to consistently review the performance of their product line to evaluate the contribution of each product item to the line's overall performance. The product line length is influenced by companies' goals, expansion plans and resources. For example, Gap runs several clothing store chains, Gap, Old Navy and Banana Republic, covering different price points. Now let's understand what is product mix. A product mix, also called product assortment, is the set of all products offered for sale by a company. A product mix decision or product portfolio consists of all product lines and items that a particular seller offers for sale. The structure of product mix has both breadth and depth. Its breadth is measured by the number of product lines carried, its depth by the variety of sizes, colors, models offered within each product line. It is important for marketers to think about products and services on three levels, that is core, actual and augmented, because each level contributes to customer value. The most intrinsic level is the core customer value, which addresses the question, what is the customer's real need? When designing products, marketers must define the core, that's the problem solving benefits or services that consumers seek. A consumer buying a diamond buys more than diamonds. De Beers saw this clearly. A diamond is forever. Even somebody is buying a Lux soap, he buys not a soap but beauty. There is a core for which he is buying the product. Now let us go to the second level. At the second level, product planners must turn the core benefit into an actual product. Thus a diamond includes quality of cut, color, clarity and carat weight. They need to develop product and service features, design, quality level and a brand name. For example, again the De Beers is the brand name of the actual product. Its diamond jewelry innovation in artistry and craftsmanship and other attributes have all been combined carefully to deliver the core customer value of forever diamond. Finally, the product planners must build an augmented product around the core benefit and actual product by offering additional customer services and benefits. Finally, product planners must build an augmented product around the core benefit and actual product by offering additional consumer services and benefits. Consumers see products as complex bundles of benefits that satisfy their needs. Therefore, when developing products, marketers must first identify the core customer value that customers seek from the product, after which they must then design the actual product and find ways of augmenting it in order to create this customer value as most satisfying customer experience. For example, each De Beers jewelry is accompanied by De Beers passport to give the consumer the ultimate peace of mind in their purchase. The diamond passport confidently documents every aspect of consumer's purchase, including diamond's color, clarity, carat weight, exact cut and measurements. The passport also records the jewel's unique De Beers mark and metal type. The passport is a counterfeit proof certification that guarantees that De Beers diamond jewelry has been ethically and responsibly sourced and manufactured. This module outlines the stages in the product life cycle and fashion life cycle. Unquiset and Shaw draw an analogy to demonstrate the changes and problems faced by trees and products, wherein a growing tree in the forest has been depicted much like a product that undergoes various stages of sustenance and eventually undergoes decline. Those which survive, however, will not probably do well equally well. It has been further articulated that dominant trees are likely to be more attractive in the forest. This is because they are conspicuous to the people walking in the forest. They are similar to the products that perform relatively better than their rivals, thereby becoming unique due to their characteristics. However, as the young saplings turn into mature trees and products get older, the older trees face more problems. Damages due to weather conditions or being cut down for lumber, etc. Some trees do manage to sustain for a certain longer duration, but sooner or later old age does catch up and the health of the tree will deteriorate it. A declining stage usually follows with the trees and products becoming old, passing on and being replaced by others. This analogy with the existence of trees in the forest and sustenance of products in the market demands timely adjustments in marketing strategies. Further asserted by the authors, failure to anticipate and address these changes could result to premature death of the product. Now let us discuss the product life cycle. Product life cycle or PLC is a popular concept in marketing. It identifies 4 discrete stages of a product, that is introduction, growth, maturity and decline. Like the human stages like Balya, Yavana, Grihastha, Vanaprastha. There are 4 stages even in the product life cycle. The similar concept applies to the fashion industry. Let us now learn about each stage. In the introduction stage, new fashions take time to gain acceptance. While some consumers are more innovative than the majority and are willing to pay higher prices, unit costs could potentially still be high due to low sales. However, the high fashion element and growing awareness of the new fashion styles may imply that the consumers are willing to pay high price, resulting to generation of high profits. The emphasis is on promotion activities with the primary aim to increase awareness and educate customers as quickly as possible. The size of the market is relatively low and limited. Let's go to the next stage. In the growth stage, the competition increases as the fashion styles gain prominence and begin to have wider acceptance from the customers. Sales begin to escalate and new price bands are established rapidly. Although at this stage distribution is still selective and is expected to be diffused soon after. Promotional emphasis is still continued, but the focus now is to gain more acceptance by mass market. In the maturity stage, the fashion has mass appeal. This period is expected to be longest in its life cycle. Competition is intense and prices begin to fall to appeal to very large market and to gain larger market share. Distribution is wide and promotional focus is on strengthening of fashion, which has already received acceptance by the mass market. In the declining stage, that is the last stage, the style is going out of fashion. Competitors are gradually eliminated as sales and profit are falling increasingly, and retailers are expected to be left over with the unsold and obsolete stocks. Those left may intend to indulge in aggressive advertising, extended distribution, or identify new segments. Now let's come to the last module that outlines the process of developing new product. A firm more often than not seeks stability by creating new products to diversify its risks. The underlying premise remains not to put all the eggs in one basket. With varied positions in the life cycle of some existing products, a new product can fill in and smoothen the cycle or seasons. Maturing markets are another reasons for adding new products, thereby ensuring that the firm's policy remains future oriented. Therefore, the product line additions and replacements should be constantly planned, and a balanced product portfolio is pursued by both large and small firms. New products may be needed for continued growth. Only in recent years have many companies consciously identified new product strategies. The process of developing new products has become more efficient and more effective for firms with strategies because of the futuristic approach to position in the competitive and dynamic market environment. There are 8 stages in the development of new product. They are idea generation or concept development, idea screening, concept testing, business analysis, sample production, test marketing, actual production, and commercialization. Now let's discuss one by one. Let us discuss the first stage. In the idea generation stage, development of new products starts with idea generation. In this stage, there is a systematic search for new product ideas. Major sources of new product ideas include internal sources and external sources such as customers, competitors, distributors, and suppliers, and others. For the fashion industry, the new ideas can come from the street, from movies, from common man, from celebrities, from museums, or from even the consultative material like promo style, etc. Even some consultants give the new ideas. But what is required at this stage is to welcome all the ideas without any barriers put to those ideas. In the idea screening stage, new product ideas are screened to spot fine ideas that would yield to profitable products and drop poor ideas. At this stage, discretion is applied whether to select or to drop. The next stage, that is concept testing stage. Here, new product concepts are tested with a group of target customers to find out if the concepts have strong consumer appeal. If they have, they will be taken forward. If they are not, they will be dropped. The actual product requirement is for the business. Hence, the next stage is the business analysis. In the business analysis stage, sales, costs and profit projections for a new product are reviewed to find out whether these factors satisfy the company's objectives. If it is, they will be continued, otherwise it will be dropped. The next stage is the sample production stage. Here, the research and development develops the sample versions of the product concepts. They design a prototype that will excite and satisfy customers, and that can be produced quickly and at budgeted costs. These samples, if it is on a mass production basis, will be sent to the various manufacturers or the business partners to test the acceptance. The next stage is test marketing stage. The product and marketing program are tested in realistic market setting with the actual customers, whether they accept the product or if there are any problems with the product per se. If it is accepted, then they will go ahead to the next stage. In the next stage, which is called the production stage, a product concept is developed into a physical product to ensure that the product idea can be turned into a workable market offering. The next stage is the commercial. This is the last stage. In the commercialization stage, the final decision about the launch of the product is taken. The company intending to proceed with the launch of the new product is likely to face high costs. It may need to build or rent a new facility and may have to spend for advertising, sales promotion and other marketing efforts in the initial year. So, it is a very crucial decision whether to go for commercialization or not, because it involves huge amount of money here. Now, you have come to the end of this unit. To summarize, in this unit, you have been learning about fashion life cycle concepts and the process of new product development, and also what a product is. This will help you efficiently manage products in a competitive environment. Thank you.